So after deep diving the Boga wreck, I'm up here doing my interval. Time to eat some lunch and catch up on a few things before I take my wreck specialty course. Check, 1, 2. I believe I have to talk quietly because there's two girls right next to me that are in a meeting. They're working from Bali, WFP. Anyways, my instructor for tomorrow, my rec instructor, whose name is Rainbow, he wants me to do a rec penetration dive at a depth about 30 meters. And apparently it's better for me to use nitrox at 30 meters. So yeah, I am going to be taking enriched air nitrox as well. Quite exciting because that means I have more time down there. I'm still learning what it actually means. But the point is that you dive with less nitrogen and more oxygen. You actually come out of there not feeling tired like I am now, because apparently when you dive with more oxygen, that means you're not as fatigued as when you're diving with more nitrogen than oxygen. Turns out that this claim isn't as straightforward because it isn't conclusively scientifically proven yet. While many divers feel a lot less fatigued after nitrox dives, the scientific community hasn't consistently proven this benefit with objective measures. Also, I'm actually quite excited to take the wreck diving course tomorrow because I've kind of decided that wreck dives are my thing after seeing the US-AT Liberty and the Kubu wreck, which is actually very much still intact as you saw in the video. I wonder how many wrecks there are in the world that you can explore like that. And, you know, it's just teeming with life, and if you love history and reading Wikipedia like I do, then, well, you gotta go wreck diving someday. See, the thing is, when you visit a wreck, it's good to know, well, what boat it is, number one, and number two, its history, you know, which country it came from, why it sank, why it's here in the first place. I mean, it's kind of weird that a United States, what does USAT stand for again? United States Army Transport Ship, that's what USAT stands for. It was a bit confusing for me, because when I found out there was a really cool shipwreck here that's American, you just gotta wonder. Can't help but think, why is it that there's an American ship, an old American ship here in Bali that has become a shipwreck? Well, the more you know. And you know, you go down there and you see all these coral reefs that have grown on the structure of the ship. You just know that it's old. It's like really old compared to the Kubu wreck, which is very much still intact. And yeah, it was like, I think it was sunk in 2014 or 2016 or something. So it still looks like a ship. You go to the Liberty and there are some parts which, you know, it doesn't look like a ship anymore. It looks more like a rock or something. Anyways, there are a bunch of shipwrecks that I want to visit, not only in Indonesia but around the world, and I hope this wreck certification can teach me skills how to navigate and go on adventures in wrecks safely. Mantap.
Tempau le na inok like tulang men scuba so Om Chabil and Kontai Dakar Sawadima.
There are a few things you need to learn in the wreck diving specialty, but basically, this course teaches you how to dive wrecks safely. Wrecks include things like sunken ships, planes, or other cool underwater structures. Here I am learning how to lay and follow a guideline, which we'll use to map out wrecks. Why do this? Because it helps guide you out of a wreck once you enter. Remember, you're in an enclosed space, and it can be difficult to swim your way out if you're in unknown places. Anyways, I'll explain more about what wreck diving is in the next episode, where I dive the Boga wreck again.
Then we return and I followed. I was like, already 5 meters. And then the road. 6? Why you don't go home?
As I mentioned in a previous episode, there's not much to do in Tulamben, so the dive center staff had the idea of getting coffee at this really cool cafe down in Amed, a village a bit further down south from Tulamben.